Yo, what is up, my fellow virgins? Your boy Abel like six sauce. Can't take a motherfucking loss. I'm sick as shit right now. I ain't even gonna lie. But the grind don't fucking stop. I can't stop. No one will stop. So today we're gonna react to the fight business as always. We're gonna react to this submission should have ended the fight. We're talking about Charles Oliveira versus Arman. Me personally, their fight should have been 5 rounds, especially Charles Oliveira being a high rank, contender on a lightweight division, and Arman just getting there. I feel like they should have made it a 5 round fight, but it is what it is. So let's get into the son of a bitch and let's see how we feeling, bro. You mean?
When you get knocked out, you don't really have a choice. In the wise and eloquent words of Cody Garbrandt, which was an eye tattoo now, by the way, you can do all the conditioning in the world, but you cannot condition that chin of yours.
You can do all the conditioning in the world with your new coach. You can't condition that fucking chin of yours.
Damn. He just spoke against himself.
You don't have a choice when your brain makes the decision for you, but when you're caught in a mission attempt and the lights go dim, your limbs go numb, and blood runs cold, you do have a choice. Those 2 to 3 seconds of conscious thought is where you decide, let go for a second, and the pain goes away, or step into hell and make him pay. Escaping a submission isn't just a technical feat, it's a declaration. It's telling your opponent, you can't break me, and when a fighter claws their way out of a
I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. I got put in submissions. I put niggas in submissions. So submission is more so like a quick way to end a fight, bro. It's either you tapping or you going to sleep. Or you getting something broke. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, bro. Like that's literally like the only thing about a submission.
submission only to flip the script and come back to win. It's not just a victory, it's a moment for the ages.
Thank you to the fighting business. Absolutely amazing.
One of my favorite new channels going
Bro,
on now.
I've been reacting to the fight business for like I don't know how fucking long, bro. And he commented on my video. That shit made my day, bro. So this is why I always react to the fight business. You know what I'm saying? And he got some real shit to talk about.
UFC 242 featured one of the super rare occasions of Khabib actually being in a particle of danger, and by particle,
And he should have did a deeper dive with Joaquin Buckley and Kobe Covington. This is actually an interesting fight.
I mean, kinda, but not really. I'm not talking about the flurry in the second that barely landed on the eagle. I'm talking about Dustin jumping the ghillie and actually putting him in trouble.
That's Snuggy.
That's
Snuggalicious.
That is tight.
Dude, it's Snuggalicious.
Dustin held on to this submission like his hopes and dreams depended on it, and quite frankly, they did. He strained every muscle to finish the hold, but Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov was right there.
And I remember it was in front of father. Dustin is like crazy guy. He think I'm gonna tap in front of my father.
Yeah, no way that was gonna happen. His neck, seemingly made of steel, withstood the squeeze, and in a matter of seconds, he not only escaped but transitioned back to the top position, reminding Dustin that it was hopeless. Dustin tapped out a couple of seconds later and Khabib retained his title, no injury or even a mark on him. It was a fairly one-sided domination, but in those few seconds, with Khabib's neck in the vice-like grip, there was a bit.
Yo, Habib was like, he was really good, but his resume was pretty shitty. But he was really good, but he was only good because of his wrestling. But it's okay.
Of intrigue that maybe Poirier could pull off the upset.
The guillotine was really deep, but for the rest of my life, I'm gonna look back and wonder why I didn't jump full guard with it. I just threw one leg over so he couldn't pass to take the choke off. I should have jumped full guard.
For all its fleeting suspense, the moment was just that, fleeting. And in hindsight, Poirier's guillotine attempt on Khabib feels less like a turning point and more like a speed bump on Khabib's unstoppable path. But let's shift focus to a submission escape that genuinely could have derailed one of the sport's all-time great legacies. 3 defenses into his light heavyweight title reign, Jon Jones faced ultimate
UFC
final
used to
form
be
Vitor
like
Belfort at UFC
Juggernaut
152.
When he was on
trying to fucking pause the
TLC, he was
video.
a different kind of human being. He was just completely different than he is in any other circumstance.
This is the Vitor that went on to head kick KO half the middleweight
disrespecting,
contenders
bro.
later on, and you could just see it. Give this dude a millimeter, and he was going to rip your limb off. And he very nearly did. We knew Jon Jones was talented that went on to head kick KO half the middleweight contenders later on, and you could just see it. Give this dude a millimeter.
This shit disrespecting me, yo. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Like I'm trying to fucking like pause the video. This shit don't want to pause. This shit disrespecting my body. I'm a gangster, B. Don't you ever disrespect me, thinking you can't pause me, pause that. Like, you mean? That shit retarded, bro. Let me go back to this fucking video. Boom.
Time great legacies. 3 defenses into his light heavyweight
As I was saying before, I got really interrupted. Yeah, bro. Like, yo, is he a fighter? Never mind. Yeah, bro. UFC used to have fucking juggernauts.
title
Like,
reign. John Jones faced all
look at John Jones. Back in the day, I would just bet on him. Look at this compared to this. Like, come on.
ultimate final
Something went wrong. So I'm just gonna skip ahead, and I just don't got time to be editing this shit. I'm sick of shit right now, so I just wanted to get it out. But you can continue watching it, or you can just watch it on your own. But it is what it is, bro. I love y'all niggas, bro. I'll catch y'all when I'm feeling better and shit like that. You mean?
Or maybe he was annoyed at how the fans treated him. Despite the 2 victories over Holloway, he still got no respect. To truly shut up the doubters, he had to beat the hell out of Ortega. In the cage, he was doing a pretty good job at that. Ortega was outmatched on the feet and moved in slow motion compared to the champion, but that guy is a submission artist of the highest caliber, a man who doesn't need a second opportunity to end your night. And in the 3rd round of their title fight, Volkanovski, as flawless as he was, presented a second of opportunity, and Ortega snatched Volkanovski in a guillotine choke that was as close to perfection as it gets.
Gosh.
Most fighters would have tapped. Scratch that. Every other fighter likely would have tapped, but not Volkanovski. Not on that night.
So I put myself in these positions a lot, and no one got me as tight as fucking Brian did. Not even when I would let them. That's how fucking deep you go.
There's surviving, and then there's defying. Volkanovski did the latter and clawed his way out of the submission hold.
It was either his arms are gonna gas out or I die.
Obviously pissed at the challenger, and resumed beating the shit out of Ortega.
And I sat there and I looked at that tape over and over again. I go, how the fuck did this man get out of that choke? I was on top celebrating. I'll be honest with you, I was in there. I swear, I was just waiting for the tap, and it never came. And he got out, and I was like, shit. This is a tough motherfucker.
When Volkanovski broke free and began raining down ground and pound on Ortega without missing a beat, it wasn't just a comeback, it was a statement. He wasn't just the better fighter that night, he was unbreakable. By the time the final bell sounded, Volkanovski had decisively earned his unanimous decision victory, leaving no doubt about his standing atop the featherweight division. And those couple of seconds where he was self-admittedly this close from passing out, those were the moments that shifted fan perception, and at the end of the night, Volk was cheered by everyone who witnessed this, not just because he was a talented champion, but because he was an unbreakable warrior, unkillable.
Can you talk about just how tight, because it looked incredibly
Unkillable or killable?
tight.
It was deep. It was deep. It was, oh, fuck, I'm about to lose the belt deep. You know what I mean? Like it was, but again, like the type of human being I am, you know, we talk about.
My man don't got no teeth, or he still got his guard in.
Me, you know, going through adversity and, you know, always being prepared and busting my ass and never give up attitude and all that shit. That's just exactly what you said.
Trust me when I tell you, those submissions, excluding the one on Khabib, weren't just close. They were near perfect. Jones probably couldn't feel his elbow. Arman likely couldn't draw a full breath. And Volk, he was definitely seeing 2 Brian Ortegas in the octagon. But here's the thing, they still won. And that's what makes these moments unforgettable. It's not just about escaping, it's about what comes after. When their bodies were screaming, their lungs burning, and their minds on the edge of fight or flight, they didn't just survive, they thrived. MMA isn't just a contest of skill or power, it's a test of will. It's about how far you're willing to go to prove that you're tougher, smarter, and more relentless than the man across from you. And there's no greater way to prove that than escaping a submission, staring down your opponent, and then kicking his ass to seal the deal.
Facts.
If you're trying to
Facts. That's a big facts, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it a beam with y'all niggas, bro. So, if y'all got, like, would you rather get put in a rear naked choke by Charles Oliveira, get put in the armbar by John Jones, or wrestle with Khabib? Like, what you doing, bro? Let's comment that, and then I'm gonna see y'all niggas, you know, your little opinions and shit like that. Subscribe, like, and don't record while you sick, unless you really want this shit.